Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you who are not, thanks so much for joining me again today. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I think that it's just pretty stellar that you choose to spend moments of your day with me when you absolutely don't have to, so I appreciate that so very much. You guys will never know how much I truly understand that, unless you yourself are doing this YouTube thing, and then you know how much you appreciate every single thing and every single time somebody clicks on your video and watches it. I want to say hello, howdy, how's it going? And we are going to be doing my BoxyCharm June box review today and looking at some of the spoilers for the July box and giving you my thoughts on that before I receive my box this month. I typically receive my box in roughly the second to third week of the month. I got my shipping notification yesterday, which shocks me because I typically get my shipping notification fairly early. I did subscribe for a year, so I'm usually one of the first mail outs, but I didn't get my notification until yesterday that they shipped my box out. So I'll be getting it looks like sometime around the 16th. So we'll go through some of the things that I've seen over the last several weeks about what's coming in the box and what I'm hoping to get and why I'm hoping to get that. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what we know about the new Boxy Lux program, and yeah, let's just jump in. So first of all, I want to go through the items that we received last month. So the first item I want to talk about are these Baddington lashes. I love these lashes. I've worn them a couple times now, and the first time I wore them I was really kind of super disappointed because I'm really careful with my lashes, but because I am still fairly new at this lash game. My hair today, what is up? When I pulled these lashes off, like this lash in particular, this top one here, when I pulled it off, part of the lash stuck to the packaging, even though I wasn't tugging on it very well. So that was super disappointing. But what I will say is that I think it kind of ripped off there in the right spot, because I would have probably cut that much off these lashes in the first place. These are amazing lashes. They're really great, like natural feel, natural look lashes. Because I'm rather new into this lash game, I really kind of actually prefer these over those like crazy glam lashes, because I feel like they look crazy strange on me. But these ones look very natural, and they're super soft. They're very natural feeling. I love that they're easy to apply. I love that the band is thick enough that I can see what I'm doing, because I am new at this, and yet thin enough that you can't really see it beyond the eyeliner that I place on my eye prior to put them on for a guide. And I don't know if everybody does that. Maybe that's the thing to do. But these guys retail for $28. I probably wouldn't purchase another pair outright, just because I purchased my lashes at TJ Maxx right now because I am new at this. I don't want to spend $30 on a pair of lashes. These do feel like, though, that you're going to get your $30 worth if you do purchase them for the $28. What I will say is, when I first looked at this, I thought this was a snake with a crown, and while it might look like a crown, I think it's supposed to be eyelash. I think it's supposed to be an eyelash. So I'm doomed. But yeah, these Baddington lashes, pretty amazing. I actually enjoyed them quite a bit. The next thing I want to talk about is this Ofra liquid lipstick, and it is in the shade Verona. It is a beautiful shade. I love it. I am not wearing it today, but I have worn it several times. I actually had to go dig it out of my purse because that's where it's been living. These Ofra liquid lipsticks are amazing. They retail for $21. I think that they're well worth the $21 that you're paying for them. They're super comfortable. I don't find that they feather out into the fine lines around my lips, and they do last. They wear for an incredible amount of time. So I love the color of it, so that was a plus. I love that it was Ofra, so that was a plus. I also like Galactic, which was the alternate that you could have gotten instead of the Ofra lipstick. I'm really happy that I got the Ofra, though. Ofra over Galactic is by far a better choice. And like I said, $21 is not a bad price to spend on an Ofra liquid lipstick because they're that good. Next thing we got that I want to talk about is the Jaunt Blue Waterproof eyeliner pencil, and this guy retails for $5. I am wearing it today on my lower lash line. I do love these Jaunt Blue pencils. I am wearing also a Jaunt Blue lip liner as well. I think that they are fabulous. They go on really smoothly. There's not like a whole lot of skipping to them like you sometimes find with pencil liners. It smudges out really beautifully. It's just a beautiful eyeliner. I think it's 100% waterproof like it states? I don't really know that I believe that. I put it on my lower lash line. There's a whole lot of like moisture going on there because I am like I should live in a bubble. I should be the bubble kid and live in a bubble because of all the allergies that I have. My eyes water all the time. And at the end of the day, I can't say that that is still intact 100%. So I can't say I stand behind the waterproofness of it, but it is a wonderful $5 eye pencil. I would spend it over and over and over again on that eye pencil. The one that I like that is drugstore, the liner that I typically use on my lower lash line that's brown is the Revlon Color Stay, and that's a drugstore brand, but it is $10. And I would spend, and it performs nearly the same. So I would spend the $5 on the Jaunt Blue again before I'd spend the $10 on the Revlon Color Stay because I feel like they perform the same and that one's half the price. The next item are these 3 brushes here that we got from Luxie. This 3-piece Flawless Complexion Brush Set retails for $42. And I love Luxie brushes. I don't think that there's anything wrong with Luxie brushes. I think that they are beautiful. I love the coloring on them, the pink with the like rose gold metal parts here. Ferrules, is that what they're called? The brush itself is super fluffy and super soft. They have been washed a couple times. They're not shedding at all. I have not used the stippling brush. I do want to try a stippling brush. I just don't know how to go about it, if I'm being honest. I put my foundation on with a buffing brush, so I guess you could do the same thing with this. I'll have to try it, but it feels like it's far too soft, in my opinion, to do really great foundation, if that makes any sense. I have used the tapered highlighter brush. I feel like for me, it's just too big for a highlighter brush, so I have used it a lot as a contour brush, and I love it like that. It works really well. And then we have the precision foundation brush. This one is a lot more beefy. It does feel like it would put on foundation really well. I have been using it to, you know, buff out my concealer under my eye. The reason why is because I do have, like I said, a buffing brush that I prefer for my foundation, but this does feel like it would be a great foundation brush. It does feel beefy, but it's still soft at the same time, so that's a plus. I have washed them a couple times now since I started using them, except for this one, which I haven't used. I have washed them a couple times now since I started using them, and I'm typically able to tell whether a brush is going to be a good brush in my collection or a bad brush in my collection by its second wash, because by its second wash, it's, you know, fraying or shedding or something, and these have not started doing that yet. So I love Luxie brushes. I do have quite a few Luxie brushes now that I have picked up in these subscription boxes that I have. I've gotten some from IPSY. I've also gotten some other ones in BoxyCharm, and I love all of them. All the ones that I've had thus far, though, are eye brushes, so I was really super excited to have face brushes from them in my collection, and I stand by that. I am still super excited to have these face brushes in my collection. The standout product for June's box was, of course, this Alamar palette. So this palette retails for $28, and it was Gabby, makeup artist that works at BoxyCharm. This was her first palette for her brand. Her brand is Alamar, and it is the Reina del Caribe eyeshadow palette volume 1, which makes me believe that there will be a volume 2. And this is a stunning palette. I'm wearing it today. I have several looks that I've completed with this palette, all of which are very wearable, all of which are beautiful, except for one. Like, I have to be honest, the first time I used this blue here, it turned out awful. It was awful. But I don't wear blue a whole lot because I feel like blue looks weird on me. Blue looks like, it reminds me a little of the, like, what is that Drew Carey show with Mimi in it? It reminds me a lot of that. And so I'm really timid with blues. But I'm wearing the blue today on my outer V, and I think it looks really good. I've also got this green right in the center and this like gold chartreuse color On the inner corner, I've got this color and this color all kind of built into the crease in the outer V. And then I've got this one on my brow bone and inner corner. The only color out of this palette I'm not wearing today is this brown here, and I have worn it, and it is a beautiful brown. I love that the palette opens like lengthwise like this. I do not love that it doesn't have a mirror, but I do love that it folds in on itself like this really easily, so it's super easy to use. The magnetic clasp on it too is really good magnetic clasp. It stays really closed. If there was a box that I would suggest you had picked up, it would have been this one. This guy is on sale for the $28 on the Alamar Cosmetics website. This is a beautiful palette. So if you did not get in on this box, you should pick up this palette. It is so pretty. And if you guys watch my my BoxyCharm unboxing, which I'll put up in the cards, you will see the swatches that I did of this palette, and I was just like speechless. I think there was the blue and the green, this blue here and this green here. I like swatched and was like, what? Like, not, there was no words. I had no words for it. Beautiful palette. So the last product that was in the box was the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream in a little tiny guy, and I do have the full size, so I gave the little tiny one to my daughter, and she is enjoying the hell out of it. But I also enjoy the hell out of that cream. That body cream makes my body feel so moisturized, and my skin is typically super dry. So full size is $45. I think you can get a smaller version for $20, and then this one that was in this box retails for $10, and I've never seen it this small, but it was so cute, and I wish I had kept it because I'd have put it in my purse. I didn't even think about a purse version of it, but it is an amazing body cream, and it smells so good. So now we're going to talk about some of the items that are supposed to come in our June Boxy, or June, this is June, in our July BoxyCharm. Looking on my subscription addiction and throughout the month, really, we know that there are some variations of stuff that are coming out, and some of them make sense, some of them do not. So the first variant that we know is that all charmers are either going to receive a Crown Fuego palette, which is the same color scheme as most all palettes that we're seeing these days. And I say it like that because I just went off about this in an anti-haul I just filmed. So the Crown Fuego palette looks like this. It is full of, like I said, the same color story that we've been seeing in multiple palettes over the last year. Lots of browns, lots of reds, very warm toned. It does have a mirror, which I think is great. It is by Crown, which I don't necessarily think is great. The last Crown item, the last Crown palette I received, I'm not a super fan of. The variant to that is the Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist, and from what I understand, this is a mist that you can wear alone to illuminate your skin, or use it as part of your makeup routine for prepping and refreshing and finishing your makeup. So it's like this multi-use item, which Tarte is into the whole double duty beauty thing that it's got going on. This is a picture of it off of Sephora. So this or the Crown palette. Of the two items, I really would much prefer this. And the reason why is because, like I said earlier, the Crown palette has a lot of the same color tones and schemes that we have been seeing in way too many palettes lately. I just did an anti-haul, which I'll link up here, that talked about the fact that I really think that makeup brands need to get off this bandwagon already. Since the Naked Heat palette came out and was super popular, like, they haven't jumped off that bandwagon. Like, every single makeup brand is building these browns and reds and oranges into their palettes, and that is all that we're seeing. So of those two items, I would much rather prefer the Tarte Radiant Set Glow, and that's what I hope I get. I know that a lot of people received an email from BoxyCharm this month stating one of the items that they were going to get, and that one item was either the setting mist or the palette. I did not receive that email. I don't know why I didn't receive that email. I felt kind of left out, BoxyCharm, just so you know. I don't know why I didn't receive it, but I didn't. So the second set of items that we may get are the Pharmacy Bright On Activated Vitamin C Mask. with Echinacea Green Envy, and this is a picture from Sephora of that item. I think that this would be an awesome item to get. It retails for $38. I wouldn't mind getting that, but also, why do I keep losing it like that? I also wouldn't mind the next product, or the counterpart to that, which is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. I actually wouldn't mind that as well. That is also off of the Sephora website, and that one retails for $42. Of those two items, I would have a really hard time choosing which one I would rather receive. I think I would rather receive the eye depuffing gel, just because we all know the struggles I have with my eyes and my under eyes. I would rather receive that. I love Dr. Brandt's skincare. I've tried it before via BoxyCharm, and I think it's an amazing skincare brand. So because of the things I know of that skincare brand, I think I'd rather have that than the Pharmacy, but Pharmacy's not something I've tried, so I'd be interested in trying that too. So some other things that we know are coming are the Wander Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara, which this is off of my subscription addiction. This is a picture off of her site. So this is the mascara. It comes in a tube, and the wand is real curved, so that's interesting, and that I think is coming in every single box. I'm excited about that. I've never tried anything from Wander Beauty before, so I'm actually pretty excited. The next one is the Note Cosmetics Blush. I think it's an illuminizing blush, and this is it right here. This one in this picture is in the color Desert Rose. It retails for $11.99, and I know that I have looked at purchasing some Note products from Ulta in the past, so it is a brand I'm interested in trying, so I'm really actually super excited about that. And the last thing that is in here is, and I think, again, every charmer is receiving a Note blush. And the last thing in here is this Chilla Eyebrow Cream in, this one is in taupe, but this is it right here. Chilla Eyebrow Cream. So it's one of those eyebrow products that comes with a brush on top, and then you unscrew the bottom and dip the brush into the powder that's underneath it. And the first time I tried one of those eyebrow style products was when I did my friend Ashley's makeup, and she brought her own eyebrow stuff. And that was her product, not the Chilla version, but a different version of that very same kind of product. And it's weird. Like, I've never tried it before on myself. I did try it on her. It was just a little strange to use because I'm used to pencils. I mean, let's be honest, y'all saw me do brow pomade not that long ago, and that was a hot mess. So this is very similar to pomade, so it kind of is a little scary, but I'm interested to try it. I've never heard of Chilla ever, so I'm actually pretty stoked. This box I'm pretty stoked about, to be honest. Lastly, we have information, or we have not gotten a whole lot of information on it, but we do know that at this point in time, Boxy is trying to come up with ideas to do a bigger box. And they aren't going to raise, so BoxyCharm currently right now, you get a box subscription for $21 a month, and if you purchase your subscription for longer periods of time, it does drop the price of that box down. I bought mine for a year. My box prices are $19.25 per month, and in that box you get 5 full-size items, and it ranges in, you know, brands. We've gotten Dr. Brandt, we've gotten Tarte, we're getting Chilla, which I've never heard of, we've gotten Crown, we've gotten Estetica, which I also had never heard of prior to getting those brushes. But from what I understand, in September they will also be offering what's called Boxy Luxe, and from what I understand, it is not a monthly subscription. But do you guys remember when they came out with the big box, and you could go in and you could purchase this big box, and it was like, I think it was $50, $49.99 or something like that, and there was only so many of them, and so many of them got purchased before subscribers were able to purchase these boxes, and then they sold out, and then all the subscribers were super irritated because they didn't get first dibs on this, or they missed the email that said they got first dibs on it, and then they were upset because they maybe had first dibs but didn't get to purchase it before it went out, and we're real mad because BoxyCharm was offering this externally and not just to the subscribers. So this will be a service kind of like that, where you're going to get a box that has more product in it than the 5 items for a little bit more of a price. And from what I have gathered, it's only going to be offered, you know, seasonally, so 4 times a year, but it's also only going to be offered to active subscribers. So you can pay a little bit more for that month and get your Boxy Luxe box, which is going to have like 8 items in it instead of the 5, for a little bit more money. And I'm super excited about that. I don't know who else of you is. Please put down in the comments if you're excited about that, if you know more about it than I do currently at this moment, because there's not a whole lot of information that's been given out at this point. I would be excited to hear what you guys have, what you've been informed about. So that's it for my BoxyCharm in review. I do typically, like I said, go through the BoxyCharm when I first unbox it, and then I'll do a BoxyCharm get ready with me throughout the month, and then I will also do one of these videos towards the 2nd week of the month, right before I get my new box in the 3rd week of the month. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like this content. I do very much base my content on what gets reviews, or what gets, you know, likes, what gets watched and what does not. I would also love if you could put some comments down in that comment section down there telling me what you loved in your Boxy this last month and what you're looking forward to next month, and if you're looking forward to the Luxe program that's coming in September. And if you know any more information about it than I do, that would be superb. I would love for you to share it with the rest of us. I really hope that you want to give me a like and share my video out there to your friends and family, and subscribe. I do upload content 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or Sunday, depending on how my work week goes, and I would love to have you as part of this wonderful YouTube family that I'm creating here. I thank you guys so much for watching my video, and until next time, bye guys.